Hello everyone, welcome to module number 1 in cultural issues class. Well, first of all, I wish all of you a wonderful summer 2013 term. It's a short term, but I'm hoping that all of us will enjoy the class. This is our first module and we will be looking at the concept of culture and cultural differences. The readings in the course that you will find in our first module document on the website will give you some perspective on culture, and then I want to talk about culture a little bit myself on this video. It is something that we practice on a daily basis, knowingly or unknowingly. And if you think about culture from a definition point of view, we would realize that it's something that is practiced by a group of people. It's not just one person practicing something. We would not call that a culture. That would be more like a personal lifestyle. A culture is something that's practiced by a group of people, and it is something learned. We learn it from people around us, from our families, from the society, from our neighborhood, from our community. In other words, when you are born, you do not have a culture. You're not born with a culture, but you are born into a culture, and as you grow up, you learn more and more. One other thing about culture to think about is that it's something that changes. Culture is not something static. It changes as time goes on. I remember in my younger years I would write letters to people, and now I don't. I simply email people. My way of communication has changed. Now, because of the advancements in technology, people communicate with each other, but not on a personal basis, more on a digital basis. So these are all changes in how we live. So culture is how we behave, how we think, what we believe in, our taste, our ethics. It's a collection of things that are shared by people and things that we learn. And cultures go into the classrooms, of course. Students bring their cultures, and teachers have to learn to deal with the cultures, of course. What I mean by deal with, maybe I should say work with. Teachers have to learn how to work with different cultures within the classroom. Now, America is a pretty diverse society. There are different cultures. You can look at the overall structure as a collection of microcultures within a macro culture, and you can call the macro culture the American culture, and the microcultures, the African American culture, Hispanic culture, European American culture. There are some common grounds around among these cultures, and there are of course some differences. It's not problematic that there are differences among cultures. What can be problematic is that if one group of people belonging to a certain culture think that their culture is better than others. This is what we call ethnocentric perspective or ethnocentrism. This affects a person's feelings or thoughts about another person, and if this goes into a classroom via a teacher, it becomes problematic because a teacher who is ethnocentric will treat students who are from a different culture differently, and this is not something that we want. Now, as you study the course readings, as you think about culture, I would like you to think about culture as you read things. I would like you to think about your own culture, the things you do on a daily basis, and how the things you do every day reflect your own culture. You may or may not realize, maybe you have to go to a different cultural setting to realize the differences or the things you do. For example, you get up in the morning, the first thing you do is to take a shower. This is the common practice in the United States. You may or may not think that this is cultural, but it is absolutely cultural. Not everybody in the world takes a shower in the morning, and it's not always a matter of having water available or not. It's simply not important. And the cultural value behind this, or underlying this practice, is nobody likes someone who smells bad in the United States. You will be rejected if you smell bad. So we make sure that we take our showers in the United States so people do not reject us or isolate us. And this goes into a lot of practice. You eat your breakfast, you eat certain things that are not eaten In other places, you hop into your car. Um, that's not the practice everywhere. As a matter of fact, as you make more money, you buy bigger cars. The space gets larger. The way you use the space is different compared to other countries. So everything we do on a daily basis has something to do with our culture. So I would like you to think about your culture as you do the course readings. And the very first assignment of our class, which is the cultural autobiography, is asking you to think about your culture. And there are a number of questions that you will find on the course website. The trick about this assignment, to do well in this assignment, is that you have to answer every single question. Do not skip any questions. And the questions are not complicated, but they will require some reflection. Please take your time to reflect upon those questions and answer every single one of them. And I do pay attention to the quality of your writing. Please make sure that you, after writing your paper, you proofread. If you need to edit things, please edit things. And sometimes maybe you have to ask someone to read it for you. If that's necessary, please do so. I also want to remind you that I made this point somewhere, maybe in the welcome video. If we have a discussion running in our module, I expect you to respond to my prompt by Thursday midnight. And then from Thursday till Sunday, you will be following your classmates' responses, and you will be responding to those people. So I would like these discussions to be as lively as possible, almost close to a face-to-face class. It's not going to be like a face-to-face class, but I still would like some interaction. Let's see. This is all I can think of right now. I just want to remind you that I have an Ask the Instructor forum on our main page. If you have any questions, please post the questions there and I will try to answer them. And then in our next module, we are going to look into American culture, and I will go back to the microcultures and all that one more time when I do a video for that module. I hope you enjoyed the module, and I will be talking to you again very soon when we start module number 2. So goodbye for now.